Now, don't forget to go get a protective order at Jefferson County courts against me if you don't like what I'm saying. It's easy. All you have to do is say that Crystal is obscene or that what she's saying is unsubstantiated, and it doesn't matter what lie you make up. And especially the better you know Libby Winstrom, the more chance you have of getting a protective order against me. Now, remember, you can also get them against your lovers, okay? You don't have to include your husband or your wife, but you can include everybody you're sleeping with, okay? That's what Sailors Rescue did. They got protective orders and included just everybody that they was banging, right? And lied to the court. I can't believe that the courts are willing to hurt their own reputation or think that no one's going to report them federally. I mean, I'm going to do the best I can to report the corruption, but you need to know because it could happen to you. They let people file documents in court, not with their real names. They let people lie about that they're members of each other's household when they're not. They're married to other people. Their names are different in the tax record. Their names are different in public records. They're married. Their household address is different, but they flat out lie in court that they're members of certain households and their names are this and that. And Judge Mack, Judge Remsen, Judge Walker, Commissioner Forbes, Judge Forbes, whatever, they all go, oh, okay, we believe them, right? I take in stacks of proof of what the truth is, and they just shut me down because they know that they have the court clerks, they have the judges, they have the prosecutor, they have the police, that they're in charge, right? And so it doesn't matter. They're above the law. But just so you know, you can do it too. So if you have somebody like me that you don't like, you're like, that Reverend, she's horrible. We don't like what she speaks about. She's a TERF and a Nazi and a bigot, and we hate her, and we don't like this. Or even if you're like, oh my gosh, that Crystal said something bad, she didn't like one of the sandwiches at a restaurant, or if I'm talking about anything in my life experience and you find it offensive or obscene or you don't like it and you think it's fighting words, it doesn't matter even if you've enacted real world violence against me. It doesn't matter what you called me online. You can go get a protective order against me, and anybody that you're sleeping with, you can just add to it because they just go, oh yeah, they live in the same household. Really? In my day, it was called affairs, right? And the whole town worked to hide the affairs. Here in Port Townsend, where everybody's poly, it's not an affair. Everybody's part of the household and everybody's in a relationship. Too funny. And even in one of Eric Winstrom's hearings, his attorney said these different parties were married that weren't. I mean, they're so confused, right? But they still want to protect whoever Libby Winstrom says. So head on down to the courthouse, get a protective order against me. My email is Reverend, and it's got 3 E's. A lot of times people put an A in it. It's reverendcrystalcox@gmail.com. I've already let the cops know that I can be served there. If you want to sue me for slander or defamation, go ahead. I'll do a countersuit, and I'll also prove that what I've said is true. And so, you all can get protective orders every day of the week. I don't even care. And if you get me in jail, I don't care. I do the best I can. I obey the law. I stick up for people. I'm not the bad guy. And if your corrupt courts need to jail me over it, oh well, it's free housing, right? It beats living in a car. And again, also remember, you don't have to give them the right address. You can lie about everything you say. You can include any of your lovers, no matter how old they are. The courts are like, oh, we love you. A little bit incestual, right? Why is everybody sleeping with everybody? Well, because they're all getting protective orders against this person and that person. I mean, I think that from what I've seen of Sailors Rescue, and I am working on a Netflix series too, it's incredible. It's sensational, that amount of sex that has happened at Sailors Rescue. It's movie making amazing. They steal stuff from people's boats. They're modern day pirates, right? They'll rescue you and then they'll take stuff for payment, or they'll take the boat. They sink boats like they did with Braith. They stole Braith's property. They steal people's campers. They just take whatever they want. They rape and pillage, and that's going to be really great for a movie series, right? And none of the cops believe it, right? Or some of them are on the take, and the prosecutors don't believe it, and the judges and everybody protects them because, when you're on the have the ear of the top people in the Democrat Party, how can you stay a judge if you offend Libby Winstrom? Oh, I want to offend Libby, right? And so they just keep lying for, right? No matter how many messages of how many women she's bullied, how many affairs she's had, what she's done, what she's participated in. She went at Braith with flat out lies. She wasn't there. She just believed the lies of the Sailors Rescue men. who deliberately sank Braith's boat. This is all legal in Port Townsend. Moved to Port Townsend, it is all legal. But the key is you have to be a Democrat, and you have to buddy up to Libby Winstrom or the people at the YMCA or the people on city council. As long as you're part of their group, the city manager, the mayor, the mayor's law firm, the prosecutors, the cops, the judges will protect you. So this is your weekly reminder to head on down to the Jefferson County courts and get a protective order against me, Reverend Crystal Cox. Just say anything. Just say I've bullied you and I've threatened you, even if you did it to me, right? I'm just this old lady and you're just, it doesn't even matter if you're younger than me, stronger than me, if you've been bullying me online, if you've hit me, if you've smothered me or kicked me, it doesn't matter. All that matters to the Port Townsend judges is that you know Salish Rescue, or you know the woke mob, okay? And then as soon as I say something online like wooden boat or Salish Rescue or boo, then you go to the cops like Greenspan or Jon Stewart or any of these corrupt cops, and they'll write up criminal charges immediately and send it to the prosecutor. That's what they did over and over and over to me. So if you want to punish me, you too can do the same thing, and you can do it to anybody in Port Townsend, but you have to be on the right team in order for it to work.